Sullivan, but in the matches gone by that we're discussing, you'd have a lot of those. They get in first opportunity and win the frame from it.
I was just about to say that one thing that has been noticeable this week, this year's Welsh Open, Ronnie O'Sullivan's safety has been top draw. That's one of the very few that's got away. Still very high at 89%. You would expect John Higgins to have been ahead of Ronnie O'Sullivan. Up to now it's not. That was a great pot. If he was a half ball on this brown to come up to these reds, he's got a little angle but not a lot. I can't see there being any value. There's nothing really that's too open down at that pack of reds.
John Higgins one.
Well, we've seen a good comeback in the previous quarter-final with Ding against Joel Walker. He's 4-2 behind Ding. Maybe a slightly bigger ask though for John Higgins playing O'Sullivan, but still. It is said all great journeys begin with a single step. Making the first step is affecting Higgins. It's notable when now then on the circuit, when we come to the big tournaments, O'Sullivan looks fresher than everybody else. He's not entering all the events. He's left quite a few of them alone, as a matter of fact. And when he seems to come, he's very fresh. When there's some players that the way the circuit's set up now, especially before Christmas, they're either in China or Australia, India, Thailand, away all the time, travelling. And Sullivan's missed a lot of those. He's come into all the big matches. He loves the Welsh Open, always has. Oh, look at that. What an incredible fluke. The difference there when John Higgins potted the ball, he didn't have an angle on the brown to come down to the reds.
3. Four.
Here's the fluke. Look, he just caught that red too thick. Gone through a gap of reds and into the centre pocket. I think it's your day, Ronnie.
like you said, he's played very well as well. You can't take anything away from him.
10.
Nothing more demoralising when you're sat in your chair. Things are not quite going to plan. When your opponent is having a little bit of help as well as playing fantastic.
11.
He's got a big shot on now. This pink to the left centre. Done with being a little bit closer to this. But at the moment, it's as if these balls are just lying over the pockets.
70.
Tremendous.
80.
Well, that one hasn't turned out.
20.
Tried to go into the meat of the pack there to split them open. Just the safety shot now. And not a good one.
20.
May have played that safety, but he still had the disappointment in his mind of not splitting the pack. Didn't give it much attention. Hasn't left anything, and at the moment everything looks difficult to John Higgins. There's the shot off the yellow. Just got too much spin on the cue ball. He wanted to come to the right as we look at the pack there. That would have brought, of course, the black into play. Quite make his mind up here. He's playing a safety, I think, around the table. Thought he was trying to get behind the yellow there. He must have caught it a little on the thick side. John Higgins hanging on in this match. I think he feels probably one more mistake and he'll be out of the tournament.
Was nearly terrific safety. As it is, he's left this red to left corner, but a lot of distance between both balls, and Higgins have had a bit of a lean spell. It's a big shot for him, and to get position. That's the problem. When things are not going your way, everything just becomes so much harder. His long pot success is still 0 from 6, which by John Higgins' standards, he'd be first to say is very poor.
Yes, and on top of that, he's missed a few of them by a distance as well, which is takes your confidence away a bit. Try to play that with top spin then to hold the cue ball along the cushion, get behind the yellow. So another long pot coming up. You'll have to fully commit to the one in the right corner. He's having a look here if you can play it, go into those reds and stay on the black possibly. Big shot. Nothing, John. Are you up to it? Pretty good. He's on the black. Of course, the bridging is going to be very awkward. So you have to bridge down, you're hitting down into the cue ball. That made the difference.
John Higgins 1.
If he had his normal bridge there, he would have made that 10 out of 10. Never rains, but it pours.
One.
We'll have a chance here to see O'Sullivan now trying to make these balls in not an easy position. He's very good at cannoning balls out and clearing the path for the black as he's doing here now.
9. $16. 17. 24. 25.
'John Higgins then sitting out. He's just made
32.
one break over 30 in the match of 51 in the third frame. Bit disappointed with that. Sullivan's just done enough, really.
40. 41.
Round of applause from the crowd. They put Ronnie O'Sullivan in a safe position to win frame and match.
45. Ronnie O'Sullivan 45.
Well, John Higgins had enough. It wasn't his day. The match didn't live up to the expectations. But it's Ronnie O'Sullivan that goes through into this year's semi-final, beating John Higgins by 5 frames to 1.